the way that I am dealing with this whole pandemic quarantine thing, I've always been I move all for a certain type of way. Like I'm never really got like to hang out a lot. You know, when I go out, I want to go out for a reason. So, you know, I kind of figured out long ago how to utilize my music, how to utilize my talent, and to you know, it's bigger than just trying to make a song for me. It's a therapeutic type of thing. You know what I mean? So I'm doing great, man. I mean, I'm teaching myself so much more of the creative process, like as if I don't know enough already. But I'm doing that. I'm creative, man. I'm making sounds. I'm making records. I'm making songs. I'm producing for other people. I'm just sending beats to certain cats that I'm listening to online. I'm like, oh, he would sound dope on this. And then I got something that I can find that I can send them. I don't even have to know who they are. It's like, yo, bro, I want to send you something. It's like, boom, you know? So it's been received pretty well. And that's kind of keeping me focused. You know what I mean? Trying to make sense of it all, but at the same time, trying to find a space where I can keep my mind and the minds around me focused on not being off base, off point. You dig? So that I'm kind of good. I'm real good, actually. You know, I'm just focused, man. And we have phones, so I can reach out to people that I care for, and make sure that they're okay. As long as I can hear their voice, so we can, you know, this technology is far beyond you didn't reach out. You know what I mean? We FaceTime and all kind of shit. So, you know, I'm all right with that. And that's a great part. That's also a part of my self-preservation, is knowing that the people that I love are okay, you know? So I'm good. I'm real good. You see people fighting for airtime on these platforms, IG Live and all these platforms. You know, years ago when we were doing Ustream, a lot of these guys are looking at us like we were crazy. Like, you know, there's only a handful of them that's doing it now that was there, you know? You know, Scratch and the Beat Miners and Maceo and the guys like that. We were doing a radio online already, and it was a schedule that we had to follow. We argued over it, but you know, as brothers, we figured it out as best we could, that we would broadcast, you know, when the other person wasn't on, so that we could share the viewership. You know, that's not real. I don't think I think the closest thing to that I see now is the versus battles. You know, I see that's very organized and put together, but everything else is like, I'm just doing me, and you know, it is what it is. But you know, that right there, you know, that's where it's going to me. I think you see cats kind of making music. What I've been doing personally is I just been putting shit up there, man. Just like, yo, check this out. You know, letting people hear it. Like, I just whole songs, just boom, just put that shit on IG TV and just let it rock. You know what I mean? Make some kind of a creative presentation for it and let it go. And just, it's back to the ground again. You know what I mean? It's like, to me, the whole corporate shit kind of throws a cloud over this. Music only becomes business when you make it that way. You know what I mean? Once you decide to turn your music career into business, now you change not only the way you make it, but you change what you allow to affect how you make it. You dig? So when people start listening to music now, and it's like, oh, everybody's so judgmental of everybody else's shit. Like, it's like, oh, I don't like that kick and I don't like that snare. And it's like a bunch of fuckery going on that I've just totally learned to detach myself from. And remember that when I'm hurting, I gotta write about it or make that beat that I can spit over it. You know what I'm saying? Or when I'm happy, I gotta make that. That's when the channeling comes in, and you stop becoming a slave to everybody else's opinion of who you are. You dig? That's what music is about, to be back on that. When we were going around in the backyards, rocking at people's parties back in the days, we wasn't really thinking about no money. You know, we just had to be fly, and everybody was on the same page. And it was like, we gotta rock this party, dog, because there's other crews in there that can rock parties too, and we gotta be better than that. So we focused on how we were going to present it. We focused on, you know, rehearsals and making sure that, yo, show up, man. If you don't, you know, show, we have to figure out a B plan in case one of us got sick. You know what I mean? That's what it was about. It was about being the best and getting away from trying to, focus on, we took money from other jobs we did to go buy the clothes and the chains and the shit like that. We wasn't making no money doing this shit. But now we back to that again. We back to figure it out. So you could tell who's on their game by the presentation that they show you on those platforms. You could tell by the new music that people either making new music or they're trying to figure out a way to show you their catalog now visually online. So it's a virtual game now. Now everybody's in the video game now. Now you got to see who's going to survive. You know what I mean? How many lives do you get online at this point? You dig what I'm saying? So people are watching. Everybody's watching. So you got to be conscious of what you're going to put out there. But that's where it's going. All of the shows and the tours, it's never going to be the same again. Especially when you're dealing with an invisible situation, or what appears or what's supposed to be invisible. We're dealing with, you know what I mean? People are looking at each other. You cough in a grocery store. Everybody in there looking at you like, yo, what's up with that shit? You dig? How you gonna do a concert when everybody's all over each other? You can't, man. It's not gonna be the same no more. So you better figure your technical game out. I used to tell cats that shit years ago. Stay on top of your technical game. When even mechanics walk around with their tools, that's what I was talking about when I said that line. You know what I mean? Everybody else, of course, want to make it sound like a shoot 'em up gun thing, but I was telling you straight up, if whatever your job is, whatever you are, the mechanic of whatever you do, you're gonna need the tools to be able to accomplish that job. You want to broadcast, you better know how to set it up. Yes, we're in a listening business. Sound is very important. That's why I asked you, how am I sounding to you? Do I sound right? Because it got to be professional. So you're going to gain or lose your fan base based on your ability to be the mechanic that you need to be to fix what you need to fix. That's where the game is at. And sorry for the long answer, but that's what it is. You know where to find me, at Bumpy Knuckles 77 on Instagram, at Bumpy Knuckles on Twitter. I think I got a Facebook page somewhere as at Bumpy Knuckles too, same thing. And then, you know, the music is there. You know what I mean? I got Leaks albums out on my Bandcamp page that are free. I think I got 4 versions of 4 free albums of all just different Leaks albums. I just give them away because there's producers out there that make hot shit that people don't really acknowledge or know. And they have to be, you know, I wanted to rock on those joints, so I won't sell them, but I just rocked on them and put them up so people can get them and listen to some stuff. I got Pop Duke, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 ready. And Knots is doing a bunch of great stuff, man. I wish he was here with me to do this interview, man. I'm working on a re-release of Collection with DJ Premier. We got like, I think 4 or 5 new records that we're going to add to the new re-release of the Collection album. So salute to Primo. I've been in the talks with Pete Rock about, you know, possibly doing another form of Industry Shakedown, but there's already an Industry Shakedown that wasn't the original one. So the one that I put out was actually the remix of or the re-deliver of the original. Pete Rock did the whole Industry Shakedown, the original one. So I'm still sitting on that. And I've been cataloged, you know, dusting and pulling up shit that I forgot I had. You know what I'm saying? So big up to DMC, who I'm working with. Big up to Flavor Flav and Chuck D, who I'm working on some stuff for. You know, shouts to everybody out there, Russell Peters and Eric B and all of the cats out there, man, and that are part of my life. You know, rest in peace to my boy Rap, and shout out to Big Chuck, and shout out to all of the people out there, man, are part of Wayne Ski and just everybody, man, my daughters and my family and everybody that I rock with. You know what I'm saying? Big up to you, man. Shout out to everybody. Everybody. If I don't say your name, don't take it personal. It's just that there's so many people that affect my life every day, man. So, and shout out to my beautiful wife, man, who tolerates me being a hermit crab when it comes to the studio. You know what I'm saying? So she's always, you know, we get that movie time in though. You dig? So that's what it's about, man. And thank you for having me, man. GQ, man, you my boy. You know, GQ is my boy. So he got a powerful phone call. You know, his phone book is vicious. Don't sleep on GQ's reach, yo.